This case was 40 bucks, just over 40 after tax and shipping. I think I might have picked it up instead of having it shipped to me to save on the cost of shipping, because Newegg's not that far away. I bought it months ago and I just haven't made a build with it. I'm finally getting around to it. I bought it because it was the cheapest tempered glass side panel case at the time. And I've used DIYPC cases before and they've turned out alright for the money. It's pretty decent bang for the buck. I was kind of worried about airflow with this, but it seems like it's going to be okay. For the front panel, it's perforated right here. It's got like a little grill. There is space for a couple fans, it seems like, possibly even a radiator right there. And there's also space for a couple fans up top, or a radiator up top. So airflow I don't think should be too big of an issue, even though the side panel does not permit for any airflow whatsoever. I think as long as I max them out or nearly max out the fans, it should be alright, especially if I don't put a super beefy GPU, which I do not plan on doing anyway. Alright, here's the case with the side panel off. Looks like it has standoffs installed already with some extras in the baggie. It's got a shroud for the PSU, which is nice. The back fan takes a Molex connector, 4-pin, old school. Here's the front panel connectors. This is a mini ATX, I believe, or micro, I should say. Here's the installation manual. Suggested airflow is intake from the front and exhaust through the rear and the top. I don't think I'm going to do it that way though. Okay, so there's space for the SSDs right here. Shit. I'm assuming that's where hard drives would go to. I don't know. Oh, wait, never mind. There's a cage for the hard drives right under this. Look like you have some space for cable management in the back. Not too much. Stick some fingers in there. Should be enough though. Ta-da! We got two hard drive bays right here, 3 1/4 inch. I'm not sure if the cables will be coming out this way or through the front. That's cool. These are sleeved already. Black, no ketchup and mustard. Top has a dust cover. No dust cover up front. Doesn't really need it though, it seems. Yeah, the holes in this grill right here are a little bit bigger than the holes in this on this dust cover. And we have 3 USB ports up front, 2 2.0 and 1 3.0, headphone, mic jack, power switch, reset button, indicator, LEDs, and there is space for a 5.25 inch drive, it seems. Yes, there is. Dust cover for the PSU vent as well, and you've got a little bit of clearance on the bottom so it doesn't choke. Yeah, I can fit my hand up to almost the second knuckle. What is this? I don't know. Oh yeah, 3 SSD ports. So 1, 2, 3. As is, you can have 5 drives in here. Storage drives, 3 SSDs and the 2 hard drives. And you can expand it to more if you buy one of those 5 1/4 inch drive bays, which take either one 3.25 inch drives or multiple SSDs. Taking the front panel off was pretty straightforward. You just pinch these clips. However, there is one that is kind of hard to reach, which is The one that is right here, front to the case's right or your left. What I did was pinched every single other one first. Well, I started from the top, took these two off, these two, and this one. And then the hardest to reach one, I just, instead of pinching it, I just pushed one side of the clip in and pushed it up, and it popped up easy enough. And once you take the clips off, there's nothing else holding it down. Since the wires aren't connected, it just comes right off. Here's the case with all the panels removed. There's a hard drive cage, which is not removable because it is riveted down here, not screwed down. It looks like you can take those rivets off though and screw it down, but it still would not be removable by the looks of this. It's attached to the PSU shroud. Yeah, there it is. And that's for the CPU and motherboard. And memory, I'm going to put in here. The CPU is an i7-3770. And the motherboard is an MSI H61MP31G3. The RAM, this is not the RAM that's going to go in here. I'm not sure what I'm going to put. And the 480 I am going to pull out of this machine, which is a Ryzen build without a processor, but there's the RX 480 4GB version. Is it bit or byte? I always forget. And there is the CPU cooler installed. So it looks like there's just enough clearance so that the back fan doesn't hit this CPU cooler. It's like maybe not even a millimeter. Damn. I spoke too soon. Once I lined the screws up for the motherboard, the fan no longer spins, so I'm gonna have to remove this and put it up here, or find one that isn't as thick, which I don't think I have. So yeah, it's just gonna end up going up there. This case is a little too cramped for my comfort. The clips for the RAM slots are right up against the fan up top, so you can't take these clips off, push them down, I mean, to remove the RAM. But you can probably just push these down and take it off like that. However, I think you run the risk of, I'm not sure if you heard that sound. It was like a scraping sound. It was a contact, these contacts scraping against the pins inside the RAM slot itself. So you might run the risk of damaging the pins inside of the RAM slots there. Yeah, this sucks. I guess I'll throw the RAM in before I screw the motherboard down. Let's see, if you have this clip down and try it like that. You can't put this side down first because then you can't put the other side down because you can't move the clip down. So maybe if you come in like this. Yeah, I don't like that one bit. So you either need to not have a fan here for that not to be a problem, or use a low profile fan, which I'm sure costs more than regular fans. I'll put it on the posting once I put it up for sale. I'll put a close-up picture of this that you might need to remove the motherboard to upgrade the RAM. By the time you want to upgrade the RAM on this 3770, you'll probably want to upgrade the whole system if you're rocking 16 gigs already. Just ended up putting a RGB strip and connecting the fan to this controller. My number one gripe with this case, building with this case is probably the clearance up top. It's kind of a pain to get that 4-pin ATX connector. I kind of had to I didn't want to take the fans off, so I put the connector behind the fans and ran it this way, then yanked it out, then pulled it down, and then I connected it. I had it over the RAM at first, but I didn't like how that looked, so yeah, I did that instead. And I don't know if you can see, oh, the ATX connector is also right up against the fan, so taking it off is kind of a hassle. Yeah, that's about it. I did what I can for cable management. I'll throw a picture of the back up so you can see what that looks like. All in all, it's not a bad case for 40 bucks. Maybe there are cheaper ones with tempered glass side panels now. I really don't care for it myself because glass breaks probably much easier than aluminum or whatever this is. This is plastic, the front panel. The rest of it's aluminum. Looks nice though. Get it to focus. Could have done better. The cable management for the back, but you don't really see the back. And this is what it looks like on with 3 RGB fans. A couple more RGB thingamajigs. This isn't blurry, it looks blurry on the camera. But yeah, you can see each individual LED very clearly. Here's some stills of the end build. Checking Newegg right now, there is a glass panel case for $30.99 with $6.99 shipping, but it's a smaller micro ATX form. The next one up in price is by DIYPC, coming in at $35.99 with $7.99 shipping and 3 out of 5 huevos. After tax, it would be around 45 bucks. It's kind of hard to recommend at that point, since with 15 or 20 bucks more, you can get something much higher quality like this Cougar MX330G, which has much better airflow and is easier to build in. It can be found for around 50 bucks when it's not on sale. When it's on sale, you can find it for around 40 to 45 bucks at Fry's. Either way, always shop around, check your local listings, you know, OfferUp, Craigslist and whatnot. You never know what you'll find there. Hope this video helps someone. Until next time, take care.
Been thinking for a while that I should fly.